inconvenience, I am monitored to respond to the name Robby.
I hear you talking, but what you are telling me does not compute. I am a cybernetic hero.
If you do not speak English, I am at your disposal with 187 other languages along with their various dialects and subtongues.
Hello all, and it's Skip from Skip's Messy Workbench. And I have not created a video, I guess, since the USAC final build. So, I thought it was time to give you a little bit of an update. I have been really working on the electronics that I want to put in to the B9 robot from Lost in Space, and then also incorporate them into Robby from Forbidden Planet. And what you're looking at here is a breadboard of the electronics as they stand right now. I'm not sure if I had demonstrated this before or not, but it's been a while, so I'm sure if you did see it, you probably forgot. Anyway, on this breadboard, the heart of it is right here. That is an Arduino Nano, and I don't think it's going to be the final board that I'm going to use for this, because I'm already starting to see issues with the way I really want to do this, because although this circuit is working, it's not working exactly the way I want it to work, and I'll demonstrate that shortly. But anyway, this is a Nano. This right here is an IR, an infrared receiver, which then goes with this remote, which is not yet working. Well, it is, but not the way I want it. This right over here is a small MP3 player, and there's a micro SD card in there, and back here's a speaker, and I just have the mouth of the robot taped together and setting on top of the lighting unit. It's being held up with this battery box here. Let me just show over on right now. I need the computer hooked up, and that's why you see the cable here. And when I'm actually put this in the B9, I don't want to have a computer set up. So let me just show you. I've got a bunch of phrases keyed in. So let me play one.
I computed the aliens. They are capable of sinister and dangerous acts.
So you can see I have the lights for the mouth fairly working well. There's some tuning that I want to do to this yet, but I think you can see them probably even with the enormous amount of light that I have going on it. And
Danger, Will Robinson.
I have at least 27 different phrases that he says. And
Danger, Will Robinson.
but right now I need to enter.
There is a dangerous alien among us.
But right now I need to enter the track number or the voice number through the computer keyboard, and I don't want to have to do that, because again, I don't want the computer having to be attached. My plan is to use a remote control to be able to key in the number of the phrase that I want the robot to say. And although I've got the remote part working, I don't have the interface between it and the sound circuits fully functional. But it does work. The concept that I'm using...
I suggest that everyone return to the spaceship and resume work in the morning.
...is going to work. I'm sure of that. So that's what I've really been doing, because I'm on a learning curve here. Now, I've done Arduino programming and stuff in the past, and my whole career was focused on electronics. In fact, my degrees are in electronics and computer science. So, I mean, that's it's okay for me, but I'm still on a learning curve as far as using functions in the Arduino that I've never used before, and just a lot of reading and a lot of working with different circuits that I've never done before. So anyway, that's what I've been doing. I have not done anything at all to the plastic parts, to the whole robot yet, because that does not compute. That was, I didn't really know what soundtrack that was. So anyway, it doesn't compute because I didn't do any painting. I didn't do any assembly yet, because I don't know exactly what's going to have to be placed inside this robot. I know for a fact there's going to be 2 of these Arduino boards, or one Arduino board and one something else for sure. One of them is just going to be to control the lights, and that circuit's all working. You could go back in previous videos and see that working. And then one to just control the sound and the mouth lighting. So I know for a fact there's going to be 2 Arduinos. There's going to be this IR receiver. There's definitely going to be the MP3 player. The trick is when I get to mount this stuff in Robby. First of all, I don't know where I'm going to mount it, because I got to mount this speaker in there too. Excuse me, please. But where to mount it so that I can easily access the USB port for both Arduinos. I don't want to have to take the whole thing apart in case I would ever have to connect the computer to it again. So I want those accessible somehow. I need to have a place for the IR receiver to be seen by the outside world, and that I think I can just blend in with some of the other lighting. And then a place where I can mount the MP3 player again, so that I can get a micro SD card in and out, again, without taking the whole robot apart. And that's really my goal there. So I didn't do anything as far as any of the build or plastic work on either of the robots, the B9 or the or Robby, because of that whole situation of not knowing exactly what components I'm going to be putting in there yet. But other than that, I've made quite a bit of headway just getting this part of the circuitry working, and I'm pleased with that so far. I just got to get the infrared remote interfaced. I was originally going to do it with Bluetooth and just use a cell phone app, and because I just today I received the Arduino Nano, I think it's the 33 Internet of Things processor board, and that has built-in Wi-Fi and built-in Bluetooth. I would like to get that to work with Bluetooth or even just over Wi-Fi, but right now I want to either get this or the Bluetooth working to choose what voices and what phrases the robots will be saying. So that's where I'm at on the robot projects. I'm getting a little antsy when I work on a project too long. I get a little antsy, and to tell you the truth, I get a little bored with it. Even though I'm making ground and I'm making headway, I still, it's like I'm not accomplishing anything, even though I am. So I'm kind of thinking to myself, gee, maybe I'll just build another kit of something, and just to keep myself fresh and occupied. I'm actually in a good place as far as the plastic goes. I'll see if I can get this on camera. But here's the torso. Notice I have a big clamp on it because this torso was not round enough and the bottom and top would not fit on it. So I have it clamped, and I'm hoping that it will keep its shape. If not, I will have to also put the bottom and or the top on it and clamp it in place and keep it clamped while I glue it. So it was good that I didn't start assembling, because that was an issue. And, but I think I got that solved also. So anyway, I'm going to be rambling if I don't stop this now. So I'll give you another update soon, and you know, we'll see where we end up with this thing.
The Prime Directive forbids me to harm human beings.
As we have good old robot here.
Does not compute.
Just come along.
This project is extremely dangerous.
And just come along and be rambling too.
The Prime Directive forbids me to harm human beings.
Because
I am sorry.
if any of you ever watched Lost in Space, you know that the robot could.
I do not sleep. It is not one of my functions.
The robot could actually get fairly talkative at times. Anyway, that's enough for that. Guys and gals, I'm glad you tuned in, and you know, I want to just, before I leave, I want to thank you all for watching these videos. I want to thank all my subscribers. I just broke the 900 subscribers. So hey, let's try to get to 1,000. Maybe at 1,000, I'll do something special. All right, for all my subscribers. We'll see. But you know, I need 100 more. So if you're not a subscriber, smack that subscribe button. And even if you don't subscribe, do me a favor and slap the like button and the thumbs up button, because it not just helps my channel, it helps all the model builder channels, because it puts the model building community, you know, in the search paths, and the community is growing big time. It's a great hobby, so I hope other people get involved. So, one last thing. This is April the 18th. Next Saturday, I think it's the 25th, is the NNL East in Wayne, New Jersey. It's a really nice model show. If I plan to be there, at least at this point, I'm planning to be there. I'm not showing anything, but it's a huge show, a lot of vendors. So I am planning to be there. So if you see me around, hey, stop over and say hi. If I see you around, I'll approach you and say hi. I like to put faces with some of the people that I see online. So anyway, I plan to be there. If you're in the area, do yourself a favor and make some time and stop into that show. It's a nice show. It's a good show. I was there last year. Big turnout and a lot of great stuff there. So again, that's Saturday. Again, I think it's the 25th. I think Saturday's the 25th, but it's next Saturday, and today again is Saturday the 18th. So on that, I will see you in the next video. Bye.